club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
And downstairs.
1-1.
Flips the corner. And the count 1-2. Lifted in the air down the left side. That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff, a base hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Pickoff throw. Spencer back on a dive. And a pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The pitch. Just missed.
It's a good take.
Strike three. Got him looking on the changeup. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 7th right now in the American League home run leaderboard. Runner on the go. This one in the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. Spencer, the runner at second with one away. There's a strike. Exit his zone for a strike. And it's 1-2. Kicks and deals. Inside, almost got him. Bounced up the middle. Turner throws to first, and there's 2 away. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. One thing these players do very well is stay out of the double play. They've hit into the fewest of any team in the league, Chris.
Well, Boog, we don't see situational hitting as that art as much as we used to, because hitters are slugging the ball, they're hitting it over the fence. But when you see a team that has the ability to shorten up, hit behind runners, and go first to third or first to home, man, that just adds to the element of what you're able to do in other ways with the bat. So opposing pitcher better not walk anybody or give them free base runners, because these hitters know what to do when runners are on.
That ends the frame. Left for the Yankees. Phillies. He's coming up to hit. No score. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. We go to the bottom of the first. And now the shortstop, Trey Turner.
That's the ball.
Pitch misses. And that is ball 1. One of my favorite stats all time, 1997, the Hall of Famer Craig Biggio played in all 162 games for the Astros on AstroTurf, and he never hit into a double play. Next pitch is outside. That one drifts inside.
3-1.
Headed towards the corner. De La Cruz on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Well, these guys have been winning a lot of games, and offense has been a huge part of that. Typically, you get good at bats top to bottom, Chris.
Well, this is a team that's hitting for a real high batting average, and we talk at times that hitting is contagious. Definitely seems to be the case. They've also got good approaches at the plate, and from top to bottom, guys just aren't giving away at bats. And when you're doing that, it contributes to winning baseball.
On the ground, right side. Over to Goldie. And there's 2 away.
Batting third, the right fielder, Bryce Harper.
Here's Harper now. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And first offering is fouled off. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
The pitch. Got it by him for the K. Phillies down in order. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Yankees, Kevin Alcantara. Sanchez back to work. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Just a good job putting the ball in play and then busting down the first baseline. Beat the throw pretty easily. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now the veteran catcher, Luis Torrens.
He really needs to start making more contact, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
The pitch. Swings and chases a low one there.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Swings through it for the K. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with, but they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there, and really they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. And up next for New York, runner takes off. Strike in there. And it's safe. It's a stolen base.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Alcantara, the runner at second with 1 away. And that's outside. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Wouldn't chase that time. And a pitch. On the ground to third. Beatty to first. 2 away.
Batting eighth, the second baseman, Yorbit Vivas.
Here's the second baseman, Yorbit Vivas. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. A gigantic blast. And they add a pair. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So 2 away with nobody on. Carlos De La Cruz stepping in now for the Yankees. And that's in there for strike one.
It's 0-1.
And a strike in there. 2 runs across in the inning here at the top of the second. Here's the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two outs. To the right side. Stop. Tosses to first. And that is that. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. And it's 2-zip. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the veteran first baseman, Pete Alonso.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
And a pitch. There's a strike. 95 of that one.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. And he's got a leadoff double.
Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And a foul ball. The Phillies trailing by 2 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Pitch
That's
misses, and the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he deals. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1-2.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Batting 6.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
Bradbury. Marsh.
In the air, left field, down the line. Makes a nice running catch. 2 down.
Batting 7. The catcher,
Rafael Marchand stands in for the Phillies.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
Just off the outside edge. Now this is in the air down the line, and that's a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. That's in there, and it's 1-2. Hangs on to the foul tip. That's a strikeout. Phillies strand 1. They trail things here 2-0. And we're back on to the 3rd inning. Now it's the DH, Darrell Spencer. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
No, that's outside.
Spencer,
Ball.
starting as the designated hitter, just 19 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2024. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Here's a 1-1. And it's fouled away. A wide to kick the pitch. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Next offering is in for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. Line drive. That's a base hit.
Now batting.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now Anthony Volpe. That pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike 1. Goldie leads off first with 1 away. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
The 1-1. And
No,
another
that's
ball.
down. Ball.
Fouled off left side. And now the lefty just off the inside edge. And now filled up. At the belt and fires. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at-bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden the pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Struck out swinging his first time. Swinging a foul straight back. next
And
offering is
2.
in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And there's
That's
a
the
ball. Next
2 and
pitch is
2.
downstairs. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Line drive, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Alcantara.
Kevin Alcantara will hit next. Reached on an infield single his first time. That misses the zone. 1-0. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Here comes a pitch. Missing inside. Ball 2. Just missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Two on, 2 outs. On the ground, right side. Stop. Tosses to first, and that'll do it. Yanks strand a pair. They're up 2-0. Back here in Philadelphia, set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder, Johan Rojas. The pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Now a screamer into the outfield. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting 9, the third baseman.
And now for the Phillies, Brett Beatty.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Now one miss.
That's down.
On the ground to first, and that's just foul. Left-hand batter waits. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side. But that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Turner batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Oh, 0-2 now.
Ball.
Wouldn't
That's the
chase
ball.
that time.
Outside.
And
Full
another
count.
ball. Two down, nobody on. And he grounds one to the right side. Goldie takes it to the bag. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Down quickly go the Phillies. They're still down. It's 2-0. As we go to the top of the fourth. And now the catcher comes up to him. Luis Torrens. As the lefty gets to work. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Kicks and fires. Misses
Ball
off the
inside.
inside. And that's ball 1.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strike zone. Sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to move to the outside part of the plate, but with 2 strikes, you got to be ready to swing it there, and you can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Here's your 1. And there's a foul ball.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
1 down, base is empty. Outside low. Now 1-2. And that just
down.
misses.
Ball.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
The punch out there picks up strikeout number 7.
Now batting.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Yorbit Vivas. He's already homered in this game. That's in there. That's strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. Two outs, base is empty. Outside low, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's down and in. Two outs. Out to center under this one. Hauls it in to end the inning. Back here in Philadelphia, now the number 2 hitter, Bryson Stott. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Foul ball there.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. And that's down and away. That one ripped. Alcantara ranging back. You can kiss it goodbye. He flexes his power with that swing, and they're on the board. It's 2-1. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort and luck to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
And now here is Harper. His first at bat was a strikeout. There's a strike.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
And here it comes. And a good eye there.
That's what you want. It's a good miss.
1-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Doubled his first time up.
Alonso.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. And that one missing low.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Wouldn't chase that time.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
And a 4-pitch walk.
Ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with the quick 3 points.
1 gone runner at first. And next is the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Misses again, 5 in a row.
1-0.
Off that pitch down.
And another ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Righty delivers. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. Fights it off. He'll see another. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Next offering is outside.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Yeah, there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
Marsh stands in now, looks at that one inside.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. And the count 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two on, 1 out. And there's the ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And a 2-1 on the way.
Yeah.
Big swing and a miss. Alonso over at second. Schwarber over at first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2. Rafael Marchand stands in for the Phillies.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order. Struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
In there, and it's 0-1. Sliced hard but foul. Off the mark there. And the count 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Next offering is downstairs. First and second, 2 down. Next offering is down low. Johan Rojas hitting on deck circle. So both runners should be on the move here on the full count pitch.
Yeah, this is a good chance to tie up this ball game. See if he can find some open grass in the outfield.
Line drive, base hit. Alonso is waved home. He'll score, and the Phillies tie the game. It's 2-2.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So up next, Johan Rojas. 0 for 1 so far. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Righty to the plate. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. You can kiss it goodbye. They must be going crazy in the dugout. It's their second home run of the inning, and they take the lead. It's 5-2. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Brett Beatty stands in for the Phillies. That one misses,
ball.
and that is ball one. Two down, nobody on. There's a swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Huascar Noah getting loose out there. Hampton also throwing. Right-hander kicks, deals in the dirt, and that's ball two. Wouldn't chase that time. Trey Turner on deck for the Phillies. The pitch. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Oh, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at-bats?
That's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Turner, the next to hit, takes ball one. And that is in for a strike. And the count 1-1. And the righty deals. The shortstop takes a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The pitch. Way out front for strike 2.
2-2.
And the right-hander deals. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 5-2. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Carlos De La Cruz. Sanchez back to work. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Griff McGarry up and throwing. Painter warming up as well. This to third, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Now batting.
Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
At the plate, Darrell Spencer on the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. The Phillies leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 1.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And another ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. 1 for 2.
Goldschmidt.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
So critical to keep an eye on the pitch count this time of the year. Guys can start to run on fumes a little bit. Mechanics can drop off. And we know they need him to be fresh and ready.
Stop. Quickly to second for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Phillies 5 and the Yankees 2. New pitcher for the Yankees, Huascar Ynoa.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
This is Bryson Stott. He's already homered here in this one.
Second baseman, Bryson Stott.
The pitch. And a foul ball.
You know, these Phils putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And that's
1
in
ball,
the dirt.
2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time. The 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Left-hand hitter waits, and that's downstairs and outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Kicks and deals. And a swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Next offering is downstairs.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And a pitch. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
And a pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Fair ball. Around first, digging for 2. The throw into second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
So, man aboard. Here's Pete Alonso. Way high.
little tardy on that fastball. He's going to have to get it going a little quicker, get that front foot down.
Man at second. Slider
2-1.
misses outside. This one high in the air to left center. Alcantara sizing this one up. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now back, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
Now a chance for Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 1. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Hard hit left side. Over to Goldie. Schwarber out on the play. That's the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. They're still out in front 5-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And a pitch. The shortstop takes the ball, and you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. The wind and the pitch. And 1-2.
Hogan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Austin Wells.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 out.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Swing and a base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. His home and away splits there. Torrens measures 6 feet even, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2016. Alcantara leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Just missed. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Runner on the move, pitching for a strike, and that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe it back against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 6, 7, 8, 2 in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Phillies 5 and the Yankees 2. Ready to go for the
Leading
last
off
half
for
of the
the
inning.
Phillies,
And now Brandon
the left
March.
fielder, Brandon March.
The right-hander back to work. This one lifted in the air, left field. And a quick out, number one.
The catcher, number 17,
Rafael Marchand stands in for the Phillies. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Next pitch misses inside, and it's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
And
ball.
Another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Dominguez settles underneath it, brings it in. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Johan.
And stepping in is the speedy Johan Rojas. He really made his presence felt back in the 4th inning of this one, Singy.
Absolutely. 3-run blast and a shot of energy for his teammates. Everyone in that dugout was pretty fired up.
Right through there for a strike. There's a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And that's
the
off
ball.
the inside edge. And it's
1-2.
2 outs. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. And it remains 5-2. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Gregory Santos.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez.
And the pitch. Outside, and it's 1-0. The Yankees looking to rally. Next pitch is outside. Fastball for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball. 2-2. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Swings and misses. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It was just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
And the batter now, Yorbit Vivas. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Good eye right there. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. And 2 away to start the 7th.
The right fielder, number 12, Carlos De La Cruz.
Carlos De La Cruz stepping in now for the Yankees. First pitch misses. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
1-1.
Slider misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know, finish well off the plate.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That's outside.
Ball.
And that's ball 3.
Full count.
Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Phillies 5 and the Yankees 2. Back here in Philadelphia, now the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Here comes a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Movement in the Yankees pen. Victor Gonzalez, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Marinaccio, a right-hander, loosening up as well. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and it falls. And the leadoff man aboard.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the shortstop, Trey Turner. Ground ball, Goldie. Feeds to second, out there. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 3. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that extends the inning for Bryce Harper.
The right fielder, number 3.
Bryce Harper to the plate.
So clutch, you could argue that he's been this team's MVP this year.
Checks over to first, back safely. That one's in there, 0-1. Two outs. Here goes the runner. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, he's really showing us the dynamic skill set he brings to the field on this one. Homered earlier, now he swipes second, showing off the speed. Really fun to watch him play the game.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. No runs on 2 base hits. No errors and a runner left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Phillies 5 and the Yankees 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now up as the Yankees DH, Darryl Spencer. The pitch. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Left-hand batter waits. Spencer checks his swing, appeal to third, and yes, he offered at it. At the belt and fires. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And a 1-2. Struck him out looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Goldie, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 8th. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's back there. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Tried to take on the wind in left field right there. Just a little too much traffic up in the air. Mother Nature won that one. It's hard to say, but I think that might be gone otherwise.
Volpe stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Pitch is in there, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
And he deals. He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on. The shortstop takes the ball. Right-handed reliever. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. The Phils leading by 3 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Kicks and fires. In the air, right field. Harper has a beat on it. And that is that. And we're back on to the bottom of the 8th. And now Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
And a pitch. Fastball in for a strike. And it's 0-1. That's through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Righty delivers. And
One ball, 2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 away.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Next to hit, Kyle Schwarber. There's a strike. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. Chop to first, Goldie. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Brandon Marsh.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And the slider catches the zone.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond.
There's a swing and a drive. You can kiss it goodbye. He hammers one out to right. That's his 50th career homer. And they add a run. It's 6-2.
Nice job. Recognizes off speed as that leg hangs in the air a little bit, but he gets it down, hits against a strong and firm front side, and that's knocking a cheesesteak out of somebody's lap.
I would be upset if somebody knocked a cheesesteak out of my lap, I'll tell you that.
I don't think that's possible. You're too quick.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Liner, and oh, that got him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right.
Now batting,
and now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Foul ball. Marchand off of first with 2 away. That's to third. And the inning is over. The Phillies add another on this solo homer. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Barlow.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so
now
he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Joe Barlow.
Austin Wells getting ready to hit.
The third baseman, Austin Wells.
The pitch. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The 0-1. Just missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Matt Brash, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Strom, a left-hander, also throwing. And another ball.
2-1.
Good eye in that spot. There's the strike.
Full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And the right-hander deals. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Kicks and deals. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction. Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The 0-1. And a foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Torrens stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Inside, just missed. And a good eye there. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Jason Dominguez.
Pitching change here, Brian Abreu.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Dominguez in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark. But obviously, out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
That one misses. And now 3-0. Fastball for a strike.
3-1.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. miles an hour.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, but get back on track. His team needs him.
So it's their last chance in this one. Yorbit Vivas stepping in now for the Yankees. In the air, out towards left center. And he's got it. And the Phillies take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaumburg. Thanks for joining us.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. For the Yankees, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Citizens Bank Park, 43,651. The Phillies thank you for attending and remind you to please buckle up and drive home safely.